It gives me immense pleasure to be here today at the Bhubaneswar campus of Ramakrishna Mission for this important value education program for teachers. I extend my heartfelt greetings to each one of you who have gathered here with a shared commitment to strengthen the moral and ethical foundation of our educational system. At the outset, I would like to place on record my appreciation for the remarkable contributions of the Ramakrishna Mission in the spheres of education, social service, and spiritual awakening. Inspired by the noble ideals of Swami Vivekananda and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, the mission has for decades stood as a guiding light of promoting an education system that harmoniously blends intellectual development with moral and spiritual growth. As Swami Vivekananda profoundly said, education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man. This timeless statement reminds us that education is not merely the accumulation of information, but the awakening of inner strength, goodness, and character. India as a civilization has always placed great emphasis on values. Our ancient education system nurtured not only knowledge but also discipline, humility, service, and respect. The essence of Indian value system is reflected in principles such as Satya, truth, Dharma, righteous conduct, Shanti, peace, Prema, love, and Ahimsa, non-violence. These are not just ideals to be spoken of, but principles to be lived and practiced. Today, however, the world is passing through a period of deep disruption. We are witnessing conflicts, wars, growing instability across regions. In such a fragile global environment, peace is not just desirable, it is absolutely essential. The future of humanity depends on our ability to foster understanding, tolerance, and dialogue. Therefore, it becomes our collective responsibility to prepare the coming generations with values that enable them to choose dialogue over confrontation, cooperation over conflict, and harmony over division. In this context, the role of teachers becomes even more crucial. Dear teachers, you are the custodians and transmitters of these eternal values. You are not merely educators, but mentors, role models, and nation builders. Your actions, attitudes, and interactions speak louder than words. Students observe you closely and internalize what they see in you. Swami Vivekananda emphasized this when he said, "We want that education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, the intellect is expanded, and by which one can stand on one's own feet. This holistic vision of education must guide our approach in classrooms and beyond. At this moment, I would like to make a special appeal to all of you. Each teacher has the power to transform lives. If every teacher resolves to nurture at least one student in the true spirit of Swami Vivekananda and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, a student who is fearless in thought, pure in character, compassionate in action, and dedicated to the service of humanity, then together you can create a generation capable of changing the world. Even one such student, guided with care and conviction, can bring a new direction to society. The transformation of the nation can begin with the transformation of a single mind. Value education cannot be imparted merely through textbooks or lectures. It must be experienced and practiced. It lies in the way a teacher listens, encourages disciplines, and inspires. As Swami Vivekananda said, be and make. Before we shape others, we must first cultivate those values within ourselves. When teachers embody integrity, compassion, patience, and dedication, they naturally inspire students to follow the same path. I am pleased to note that this program aims to empower teachers with the knowledge and tools necessary to integrate values into the teaching learning process. Value education should not be seen as an additional burden, but as an integral part of education itself. In addition to personal values, it is equally important to inculcate social responsibility, respect for diversity, environmental consciousness, and a spirit of service among students. The idea of seva, deeply rooted in our culture, teaches us to look beyond ourselves and work for the welfare of others. Such values foster empathy, compassion, and a sense of purpose. Teachers must also engage in continuous self-improvement. In a rapidly changing world, updating knowledge and skills is essential. At the same time, inner growth through reflection, discipline, and adherence to ethical principles is equally important.